All right, welcome. Series finale, WandaVision. We are here. Just watched it. We just finished it.
Yep, we did.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. We did not predict. I mean, the only thing I think we all got
We've
right
never
was
gotten anything right. I'll say that.
no. We
During
got
this
one
whole
thing
time,
right.
we got nothing right.
Last week we said that the visions would somehow combine, and they did.
Yes.
He gave the white vision all the memories. So and he took off, and basically he will come back eventually, but he will remember Wanda, and you will have all those memories.
Yes.
But we had to have that goodbye
Yes.
between the vision she created in her head, she created in herself, because that gave her closure and it gave the audience closure. It would have been very confusing if you had two visions all of a sudden. But so that's great because that sets us up for a future movie or show.
Does this also at the end scene, that final credit scene? I'm just thinking.
Oh, you want to get?
Wait?
All right.
All right, we'll go from the beginning and work our way through.
Yeah. Okay. So we just finished watching the episode.
Yes, we watched it together for the first time.
Yeah, it was. We've had some wild speculation. It was going to be an hour or more. It was It was 46 minutes.
50 minutes. Yeah, it was like 47 minutes.
Yeah, and it flew by.
Yes.
I think it was a great conclusion.
It was emotional. Like every Marvel thing, I get a little teary-eyed in certain parts.
Yeah. Let's talk about the big. I mean, we had big reveals, but the one reveal that disappointed you was that Ralph. We found out Ralph was Evan
Ralph
Peters.
is just Ralph Boner.
Ralph Boner,
random actor living in Westview.
But we knew that 2 episodes ago. But now we know who Ralph is because she goes, "My husband Ralph." She was doing the thing on the couch, and now we know that it was him.
Yeah.
And she saw all. My big disappointment is they didn't do more with Monica. I mean, they set her up.
Well, I think they're saving her for Captain Marvel 2. They're saving her.
Yeah, I mean,
her story is going to move along somewhere down the road.
They sidelined her enough, but at the same time, they gave her her powers. Yeah. She doesn't really know it. We saw it in action with some bullets going.
Yeah, she has like the phase, all that stuff.
So I think that's going to be Captain Marvel 2, probably.
Captain Marvel 2, yeah.
So that should be interesting. I mean, I just wanted more of her. I'm excited to see more of her in the MCU. So they set her up nicely. I'm disappointed because I wanted her to be more of the ending fight. That's all. But
yeah, I'm also it was just kind of, I don't know. It was like they wrapped up stuff. They left there was the big battle between Agatha and Wanda.
And the kids are fake. I mean, we knew the kids were fake. Yeah. Yeah, we knew once the hex disappeared, the kids potentially would disappear. And that was such a sad
Potentially. Because at the end
they were real kids, but they weren't her kids.
Yeah. No, they weren't real at all. They were just there. They were just like Vision. Figments of imagination, because they show the scene where they're going towards her in the town square.
Yeah, and they were the
kids are dissolving just like Vision was dissolving.
It was so sad when they were saying goodnight to them, and she was like, "Thank you for picking me to be your mom." I was like, "Oh my god, stop!"
Yeah,
I'm gonna cry now.
But I think that leads towards like Doctor Strange and her being the big bad in her being the bad in Doctor Strange.
Who? I don't think she's gonna be a bad.
Wanda.
No, I don't think
she's reading the. All right, let's go to the end of this episode. The end credit scene at the very end. By the way, if you haven't seen the show yet, don't listen to any of this.
Yeah, but she doesn't want. She's not a villain. She doesn't want to be a villain because
she doesn't want to be a villain, but the Scarlet Witch does.
No, she's learning all the spells, but I don't think.
I think she's split. I think it's like a split personality thing going on there.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like she will be in Doctor Strange, which has been confirmed by Kevin Feige.
Yes.
I think
she's gonna start her off
I think she'll learn more from him. I don't think she will go bad. I don't know.
I don't know.
It could be. You know what? She's learning
Darkhold
something
is not a book of heroes. I'll tell you that much.
Well, we'll see. I don't think she'll
Yeah,
be the big bad, but maybe she has internal struggles.
because there's that little thing in the end where the kids are calling for her, and I think that might be our Mephisto hint.
I think Mephisto's not happening. Let's put that to bed. Mephisto is not.
Well, some kind of interdimensional baddie.
I think she needs to harness her powers, and I think Doctor Strange is going to be the one to help her. That's what I think. But maybe there's a moment where she's kind of she can't control it all because it's so.
That's what I'm saying. I think you're gonna get like the Dark Phoenix kind of situation. Like the power is bigger than she is, and she can't control it, and it takes over. And
yeah, I don't know. I think she had a hero's journey. To make her the big bad would make no sense. It would.
No, I don't think that she's not gonna know that she's being the big bad. Like the Scarlet Witch chaos magic is gonna like I think it's doing its own thing, like it was in that back room where it's reading the book, and it's giving her this like feeling that she's okay and living in a little shack out in the woods somewhere.
I don't know. I guess we have to wait and see. I don't know.
It's just very Thanos-esque that end scene.
Well, she's going on a sabbatical. She needs to get away, right? After what she's been through. That makes to me it wasn't Thanos-esque. It was just like she just
well, she was sitting on this very end of Infinity War, just sitting on the steps.
Yeah.
Walking over the land that he had conquered or whatever. And just then it's just kind of, I don't know.
To me,
a little too on the nose for me, but I could be wrong.
To me, it just made me say, like, she went through a traumatic experience. She got over it. She needs time to herself now.
Yeah.
That's what it said to me. I mean, we could see the parallels there because Thanos did the same thing, but, you know, a lot of people have done the same thing. I mean, I guess you can draw that conclusion, but for me, it just said she needs time to herself. She needs
we had no. One thing we didn't have was any major cameos that everyone was suspecting from the beginning.
I had a feeling
that there was going to be some kind of big cameo.
Yeah,
it was a minor cameo of the Skrull.
Yeah, that was it.
Agent.
Is that really a cameo? Because I didn't.
Well, that's like the only connection to like Spider-Man.
Like
because they were in Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Skrull tells Monica, the guy up there needs to see you. He heard you're grounded. Nick Fury, which we know he's up there. Now here's a throwaway character. The military guy. You know,
Hayward was just the bad. Was just the bad for the series.
Generic bad guy. Yeah. It was funny because you said, "Oh, he's got to be someone's got to be controlling him," which I kind of thought because I'm like, this guy is just so out of control.
It seems like he's got too much information or too much going on. Like there's too much.
He spelled it out.
There still could be somebody that's like inside, like a nefarious agency of some sort. But it just seems, I don't know. That seemed like too easy of a wrap up. But then again, there's also like Darcy just disappeared, which, like, what is that about?
Well, she said doing reports is for suckers, so she didn't want to do reports.
Yeah, but still, it's just kind of a random, like, that's a weird throwaway that she just like crashed the thing. I mean, she did go through the hex just like everybody else did.
Yeah, it sounds like you'd have to go through the hex multiple times.
Yeah,
so they all went through once.
So they all went through twice because everyone went through it twice. If you think about it, because she made the hex, that's their one time, and then she closed the hex. That's their second time.
I don't know. It sounds like, I mean, these people aren't going to be mutants like we thought. No. That's thrown out the window. I mean, everything we said pretty much was thrown out the window, which I'm happy.
Yeah, everything we said was wrong. Yeah.
Because if we were all right, I'd been like, we should not be writing shows, and that would have been a horrible show. But I'm happy I like the conclusion.
It could have been a good show. Not a terrible show.
Not terrible. But yeah, I mean, overall, I thought it was a great conclusion. It did fly by. I think overall, for the first time we're seeing a Marvel series, I give this, because I really loved episode 8, and overall, I would say an overall review for me would be between 9 and 10, like a 9.5.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't say a strong 10 and I can't say 9. So I'd say a 9.5 out of scale
Yeah.
10. A 9.5 for me.
I'll give like a 9.75.
9.75?
Yeah.
9.7.
No, 9.75. Like you do, and they do that in the
Oh my
different
lord.
sport things.
You're so weird.
It's like it's so good. It was really good, but it just wasn't. I don't know. It was just like it seemed like there was like something missing, but I can't point out what it was.
I mean, my average from rating this, because those first 2 episodes weren't my favorite,
Yeah.
but then it got better.
Picked up once they got
an 8 for me. Just it gave me all my answers.
Yeah.
I think it was beautifully done. I think it gave us a lot of
Why
emotional
do we change the scale? It was a 5 out of 5 scale. Now we're on an out of 10 scale.
Just because it's the whole series. You need more numbers for the whole series, Mark.
Gotcha.
You need more numbers.
Okay.
I mean, so for me, it gets minuses by just a tiny bit. So 9.5, man. I think this is just like an awesome show, and I think repeat viewing, like you've said this whole time.
Yeah, you're gonna find more things. You're gonna now you know the ending. You kind of go back and you can see things and catch things more than you did the first time.
I kind of want to watch the first couple episodes because they say you notice the clues with Agatha, especially.
Yeah.
Her wanting her to have kids repeatedly. Yeah. I've read online how that's something she's been planting the seed.
Yeah.
For her to create kids. But I am so excited for Winter Soldier now in a Falcon.
I am too. I am also. I don't know. It seems like your first at bat, you hit a home run kind of thing. I'm just worried now that like, can Winter Soldier Falcon live up to WandaVision?
I think it will. I mean, the pedigree for MCU is so good. Even when
I'm not saying it's not gonna be good, but it's just like when you have like your very first show out of the box, basically, is like almost perfect.
Yeah. I mean,
your second show's got to be like, if WandaVision's this good, like, is the next one going to be even better? And then Loki's just going to be insane. Loki's going to be unbelievable.
Well, Loki's a fan favorite, so that's
going to be like.
But I mean, you
time travel aspect of it's going to make it even more intense.
You have like a drama with action. I think next one's going to be an action, a buddy comedy action kind of movie. And Loki, people just love Loki, so I think that will be a lot of fun. And I kind of look at it like this: even when Marvel makes a subpar movie, it's still good. Yeah. It's still fantastic. Like,
oh yeah, no, I'm not saying it's gonna be terrible, but it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be tough to live up to, is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, will it sustain the momentum and the people talking about it like WandaVision? I guess we don't know, but I hope it does.
Yeah.
I hope it has I feel like if WandaVision showed us that they're gonna end it right every time when you're like, what?
Yeah.
I feel like they might be doing the same thing. They want you to come back every week, so they might pull that same trope.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That it's TV. It works.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because this and Loki all take place basically in the same time frame.
Yeah, like, Loki could be everywhere, right?
In the world-wise, I'm saying, like, it all takes place like right after Endgame.
Yeah.
So it'd be very interesting to see how they deal with the blip in Winter Soldier and Falcon, or Falcon and Winter Soldier, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah. So what was out of this finale, Mark? What was your favorite part?
My favorite part, well, there's a couple parts. Yeah. Jimmy Woo is just the best side character, one of the best side characters in Marvel now. He's fantastic. If they don't bring him back again somehow, that's a tragedy.
I think they will.
The reactivated Vision getting his memories back was very intense.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't stretch out that fight scene for very long, because it could have been Superman versus Zod all over again. I thought it was.
I mean, it was also very, like, the way they shot it and the look of the building and everything was very. I know you're gonna get. No, it was very Ultron Vision-esque.
You love Ultron.
No, it's just the way that the way they shot it was very similar.
They're in a tall building.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Ultron had his little
dome. Yeah.
It
was very much like it was like the opposite of those two.
Yeah. That was a great scene.
It was a great scene.
We get Vision back, and he was not Ultron.
He was not. He had Ultron-esque tendencies at the beginning of his battle, but that was about it.
He was just told to kill Vision. That was his thing. That was
his thing.
And that's what that guy, the military guy, wanted anyway. He wanted to bring back Vision online to use him as a weapon.
Yeah, he wanted a more controlled weapon.
And basically, this was his test. Hey, I got what I wanted. And Wanda gave it to me. Basically, Wanda's power gave him the access to do such a thing, but it backfired on him.
Yeah.
So, I agree. I think that was a great scene with the two Visions talking about the wood. You know, what constitute as a
what's a ship if you replace the wood? Is it still the same ship or is it a different ship?
Yeah, and he's just kind of like
very, very much, very awesome. And I love the fact that Hex Vision doesn't tell Wanda what happened with Real Vision.
Right.
Because he wants her to have that, like,
goodbye.
Have the goodbye and have the, like, close off the pain of that. And then leaves her to say hello to the new Vision.
Yeah.
When that ever happens.
Closure. She needed closure on everything. She got it. And that would have been very messy. So it's like he knew to leave and let that just end.
I only had like one, like, I had like for a microsecond had the thought of what if they like left the Real Vision that took over and he just put on like the mask thing of the Hex Vision, and then when the Hex went through,
he would still be there. That's what I thought.
Still be there.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And she'd be like, "What?" But then that'd be too.
They'd be kissing. It would go through, right?
Story. Yeah.
And then he would be like, "I'm still here," and she'd be like,
"Yeah,
what?" That's what I thought was gonna happen.
You ruined the surprise for another movie they could use that for. That's why.
Yeah, totally.
I think that's also gonna lead into that's gonna be in Doctor Strange, the reconnection of those two.
You know, Mark. Now that I'm thinking about it, right? You did mention that if Scarlet Witch makes her too much overpowered or becoming more of a monster, you know, her anchor would be Vision.
So if the Mind Stone,
if she went that direction, Vision could show up and ground her.
Yeah,
like she could become too.
Because they did the thing where they showed Hex Vision touching Real Vision's body and touching where the stone would be.
Yeah,
and it changes to the Mind Stone color. So did Hex Vision put Mind Stone essence inside?
Yeah.
So then that way that gets that connection back to Wanda.
Yeah. I think he could
that would be that way to be like her, like you're saying, like if in like that makes sense then. Because you do like Doctor Strange comes out and Wanda is the villain at the beginning of it. And like they said that she's even more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme, who's Doctor Strange now.
Yeah.
So Doctor Strange can't defeat her, and then here appears New Vision, who brings her back to reality, kind of.
Yeah. I think he could be.
It helps her fight the Scarlet Witch to make her harness the power as opposed to being controlled by the power.
Powers, totally. Because she has no one to teach her. She's learning it on her own.
She's learning it from the Darkhold, which is not the best place to learn stuff from.
Yeah.
It's basically the Necronomicon. It's like you don't want to mess around with that thing.
Right. So
Book of the Damned for a reason. It's not called the Book of How to Be a Good Magician.
Magic for Dummies.
Magic for Dummies. Yeah, it's not that for sure.
Right. For me, I mean, I think saying goodbye to the kids was oh my god, and then them saying goodbye to each other. I mean, I'm like, I could feel the tears.
I could feel, yeah. I was like I said to you before as we were recording, I was like, Claire told me last night, she's like, all right, I'll only ask you one thing. Do not have one of your like Marvel breakdowns and record it and then post it on the internet. I don't want people seeing you like sad crying on the internet. I was like, okay, I'll see what I can do. No promises.
We're not going to pull a Kevin Smith and just cry at every show.
Oh yeah,
and record it.
She'd leave me a note though on my computer, which I'll show, and she'll be mad probably later on that I showed it. But it said, "Happy WandaVision Day. I'm so excited for you. I hope you love it." So I have to write on my keyboard.
I hope you love it.
Yeah, which I did. So,
man, she's a keeper.
Yeah, I know. She'd say though, she's like, watch it and let me know if I can watch it, because she's always very much like, if it's too emotional for me. After Endgame, when I didn't tell her what was going on in Infinity War and then Endgame, she's like, okay, I need you to start like warning me ahead of time. Like, am I going to break down during this? Do I have to prepare myself for these emotional Marvel things? So
I like being surprised, but I get it.
Yeah, she's like, I just need to know if I'm going to need to prepare myself, if I'm going to have like an emotional like just breakdown from watching this.
Right. Well, I'm happy majority of our predictions, almost all our predictions, didn't come true. We had a few things right. And it's been a fun run. On Monday, we'll just be covering the news, really. A lot of things happened. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll be covering the news, but we'll also do a preview of Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And our predictions for what we think is going to happen in that show.
Yeah, I haven't watched the trailer. I mean, I saw the Super Bowl.
We can watch the trailer during the show. We can do that.
Yeah. And then I think this Friday is going to be the making of WandaVision, which is kind of cool. So excited to watch that.
So to add to the annoyance that is the people that are in our podcast chat, I'll tell you right now, starting at 11:04.
Oh boy.
Rocky and John started chatting about the show.
Okay.
Rocky says that he thought it was anticlimactic. John said he sees why the director said not to set your expectations for finale too high.
Well, yeah.
What did say it does set up Doctor Strange 2. And he said, let's let everyone know there's 2 credit scenes. Rocky said the action scenes were dull. John said Vision on Vision was the worst. Ugh.
What? Why? Why was it the worst?
Yeah. Rocky said hire someone if you can't do it. I don't know what that means. John said the dialogue between the fights were better. They needed less punches and more talking.
What? More? Wait a minute. So the fighting, what'd they expect?
That's a DC fanboy for you, folks. A DC fanboy.
Yeah, but even John,
who will then when we watch Justice League, which is coming up soon, right? Like that's like next thing, right?
Yeah.
You'll hear him say how great the fight scenes and everything is in DC.
Yeah, I know.
But it's basically the same craptastic movie that we saw already, but now it's longer and with more crap inside it.
Put a pin on this. This is all about WandaVision.
Yes.
John said there should have been more talking and less fighting?
John said there should have been more talking and less fighting.
But there was a whole great conversation they had at the end.
I don't think they actually like watch the show. I don't know what they watch. I don't know what they're watching anymore.
I'm confused by that.
I'm confused by John at all at this point. Like, I don't know what happened to him, if he like fell and hit his head somewhere or whatever, but like his like stuff now is like off the wall. I don't know what's going on with him.
Maybe he's
Rocky just doesn't like anything, so that makes sense.
But maybe he's so mad that there was no Ultron.
Yes. Yeah.
Now he's upset.
He wanted to do things to you just because of that.
But they had a whole great conversation at the end.
There was so many things. It's like, what do they want for what they want? Like, they're not going to get everything. The thing is I don't think they get the thing that the TV shows are setting up the movies now.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, you're not going to get like the big, huge reveals in the TV shows. Like these are gonna be the things that set up to go into. I don't think they get the point that this show was really supposed to come out. It's supposed to come out now, but Doctor Strange 2 was supposed to be coming out like next month, basically.
Yeah.
Originally.
But needless to say,
so it would lead right into that. What I'm saying, so it would lead right into that. So you would be waiting a year.
Yeah.
To see the culmination of what happened in WandaVision.
But needless to say, none of that matters because, I think it was a great ending. I mean, I didn't. It was,
but I'm just saying, I think that's
were tempered.
I
didn't go in there.
That is one of my things that's going to be an issue with these shows that are coming out this year, is that they're not going to be lined up with what they were meant to be with. Like WandaVision was supposed to go into Doctor Strange 2.
I know.
So like you were going to get like the payoff from WandaVision basically in Doctor Strange, but now you have to wait for that payoff, and I think that's gonna. It's not going to hurt it at all, but it's just going to make it a little bit less.
The show gave us a payoff. I mean,
but I mean, like, you know what I mean, like the what happens to Wanda after WandaVision.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, the show answered my questions. It left me wanting more, and it was a good ending. I don't understand. Hey, to each their own. Anyway, Mark, get off the chat. This is not what it's about. We're gonna end the show here.
Yes. Thank you all for joining us for this special edition. This is the first one. We're gonna do this again for the Winter Soldier Falcon finale.
Yeah.
We'll also do it for the Loki finale.
Yeah.
What Ifs might be a little different because they're not like
they're
continuous
cartoons.
series. They're all separate
cartoons. We could just talk about that.
We'll probably do like the weekly shows like we've been doing for WandaVision and stuff like that. Then Hawkeye will be right after that. So yeah.
That's good. All right.
It was great.
We'll be back on Monday with our normal show.
We'll be here on Monday. We hope to see you all there. We're getting ready for Falcon and Winter Soldier. We'll get ready to talk about that and so much more.
Here,
Geekonomics Podcast.
On Geekonomics Podcast.
Yes.
All right. Have a good
Your
week.
magic is my magic. Bye, everybody.
Bye.